Hello, and thank you for joining us for the Broncos live post-game show. I'm Phil Milani alongside Steve Atwater. We'll be joined by Matt Boyer inside the Broncos locker room in just a second. That was a gut punch, Steve, as the Broncos fall on a last-second field goal, 16-14 to the Chicago Bears.
Man, I got to tell you, I was so excited. At first off, I was extremely surprised that Coach Fangio decided to go for the 2 points and go for the win, and we executed to perfection. Joe Flacco got the pass out to Emmanuel Sanders, who beat man-to-man coverage over there. Again, Joe Flacco put the ball on the money, got the touchdown, and then we went for two.
I loved it. I loved that call.
It was an amazing call. And, hats off to our coach for, having the kahunas to do that.
Yeah. And then the Bears drove down and got a last-second field goal. Let's show you some of the highlights, how this all unfolded here at Empower Field at Mile High. First quarter, opening drive of the game, Emmanuel Sanders connecting with Joe Flacco led to a field goal. Broncos up 3-0. In the third quarter, though, the Broncos down by 10. Flacco finds Noah Fant for 24 yards. That would lead to another field goal, 13-6. The Broncos down. Fourth quarter, Broncos got it rolling. Phillip Lindsay, first down on 4th and 2, but then, oh no, the first turnover of the season for the Broncos. Flacco intercepted by Kyle Fuller, but thanks to some good defense, the Broncos get the ball back. They convert on a couple of fourth downs on the game-tying drive. Flacco finds Emmanuel Sanders in the corner, and then, like Steve Atwater just mentioned, they decide to go for two. Emmanuel Sanders there again, and you think the Broncos have it. They're up 14-3, but no. The Chicago Bears drive down, and with 1 second to go, Eddy Pineiro nails a 52-yard field goal, and the Broncos fall here at Empower Field at Mile High. The final 16-14. What a roller coaster of emotions, huh, Steve?
Yes, we were down here in the south end zone when we scored the touchdown, and then we went for two, and then once they drove down the field, we had a couple of penalties that hurt us. And then I thought he was down when the clock struck over. Zero. We thought it was over, but apparently the ref saw something different, and they were able to get onto the field and kick that last-second field goal. Hats off to them. They played a good ball game. Was able to make that kick under pressure here at the end. It was a good hard-fought ball game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it was really a defensive battle the whole game. I mean, just field goals back and forth until the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter, and that tends to happen sometimes. Things just open up there. Steve, what did you see on that last play before the field goal? The guy was wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he was wide open. I don't know what coverage. I couldn't tell we were in the end zone. Couldn't really tell what coverage. I'm going to go back and look at the film. It may have been some type of zone coverage. Normally, if it's man, a guy will be near the guy, but he was wide open. He probably just sat down in the middle of the zone, got down, and knew that the clock was running out. He did a good job of getting down so they could get their field goal unit on the team.
You mentioned the penalty there. There was a roughing the passer call on Bradley Chubb. The Broncos really never had a pass rush all day long. That was probably the closest they got to a sack. Bradley Chubb gets called for a penalty there. I'm sure Broncos fans probably didn't think that was quite a penalty. Let's go inside probably a deflated Broncos locker room. Matt Boyer is standing by with Justin Simmons.
30 seconds left. Our defense back out there. It's a situation. 9 out of 10 times we were, we'll always win that. I didn't see what happened with the Chubb call with roughing the pass or whatever, that controversial call, and then, I thought thought clock ran out. I don't think they had enough time, but. It is what it is, and, this one hurts, but, after we soak on it a little bit tomorrow, watch the film, we got to get ready for Green Bay.
You said last week you got to give yourself 24 hours and then move past it. Does the way this one ended make that more difficult, or are you just pushing through?
It's difficult. We at home. Offense played their tails off, man. Tied the game up in the end, went for two, got it. And, we got to close that. Like I said, I know it was a lot of controversial stuff at the end of the game, but, the calls were made and, we didn't win. So, this one hurts, but, it's still that 24-hour rule, win or lose. And so we lost, and, we just got to be able to bounce back.
Justin, appreciate it. Phil, we're going to send it back to you on the field.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yeah, Justin Simmons sounds like it was just a gut punch right there, deflated there, because you think the defense, with less than less than 40 seconds to go, you think the defense is going to hold them to no shot at a field goal there.
Yeah, with so little time left in the game, I thought that we would hold. Especially knowing Coach Fangio's defensive guru. But there was enough time to where it wasn't really a Hail Mary situation, so you really had to play solid defense, and where guys are up on guys, and hey, that's what can happen.
Oh, the Broncos fall here, 16-14. They drop to now 17-2 all-time in home openers here. That is going to do it for us, though. We're going to send things over to head coach Vic Fangio, who's at the podium.